welcome to today's class. So today, I'm going to do a little bit for our thoracic spine. So this is the area where our ribs attach. Now, shoulder pain. So lots of ladies of a certain age get shoulder pain, and lots of other people as well. Good shoulder mechanics rely on being able to get into some good thoracic extension. Now we spend a lot of time like this, okay? And as runners, we often spend a lot of time like this. So actually being able to get into some thoracic extension and being able to move our shoulders well is really important. So we're going to start off with just some little thoracic rotation exercises. Then we're going to do some mobility stuff. Now, I've got a broom handle, okay? I've also got a long resistance band. Now you can pick these up in Decathlon, they're not expensive. So resistance bands are really worthwhile bits of kit to have. They're really versatile. So we're going to use that today. But we'll start off just by warming up a little bit. Okay, so first of all, let's start just in standing. We're just going to do some nice roll down. So starting in a really nice, strong position, shoulders nice and relaxed. Let the tension go from the day. We're just going to drop our chin to our chest and back up. Chin to chest and back up. Chin to chest and back up. And one more. And then we're going to roll down through our thoracic spine, down through our lumbar spine. Let ourselves dangle. So I'm a bit stiff through my lower back at the moment. So I'm just going to roll down nice and gently. I think I just tweaked it the other day. I was carrying like a heavy plate above my head. And I just tweaked it a little bit, so it's just a bit stiff. Do 2 more of these, just rolling down through each vertebra. Roll down, 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 down. Come back up. And then the last one, just going to roll down. Fingertips on the ground, and then we're just going to come into our yoga squat. Oh, that feels nice. And then, so we're just going to sit up lovely and tall. Again, just thinking about coming up through that thoracic spine. Nice and elongated through our spine. We're just going to push our hips out. Good. And then we're going to do, so this is a nice way to do a little bit of thoracic rotation. So elbow against left knee. And just rotate up and round. Good. And then slowly come back. If you're just sort of warming up today, just take your time. So you can see I'm quite limited through this shoulder as well. Okay, and then I'm going to come back. Definitely easier on my right side. Oh. Nice, so we're going to come down into 4-point kneeling. So we're just going to do our cat-cow. So we'll just do 5 rounds of these. Breathing in, breathing out. Get that lovely fluid movement through our spine. And then we're going to do 2 more of these. We're going to stay in this position. So we'll go through threading the needle. And last one, just rolling through. Lovely. And then just have a sit back into child's pose first of all. Let's just have a little stretch out again. So we're going to make it a bit more active. So up onto our fingertips and just dropping into our shoulders there. So that feels really stiff down my left shoulder. A couple of breaths in and out. And just let everything sink into the bed, into the floor. Okay, and then just come back into your kneeling. So we're going to take our right arm, okay? We're going to rotate it up to the sky. And then we're going to thread it underneath. And we're going to come down so our face is flat on the floor. Take this arm out. And just let everything sink into the floor. So really pressing through that right shoulder. And then bring that left arm in, push up, take it back round. Good, and then back. And we're going to swap. Take the left arm. Oh, I can feel the tension all through my body on that side. I'm going to take that arm, thread it under, face down, hand away from you, really pressing down through that left shoulder, pressing that right shoulder down towards the floor. And then just come up, push yourself up, bring that left arm all the way up. Good. Okay, and then just slowly bring yourself into standing. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to take our broom handle. If you haven't got your broom handle, it doesn't matter, you can just use your own body. So first of all we're going to do, we're just going to pop it over our shoulders. So we can use this just for a nice bit of sort of upper spinal movement, I guess. So we're just going to take it into a little bit of rotation. So again, with the broom, it just means we can just, oh, I can hear my knees clicking. Just taking it around a little bit further. So nice, gentle movement. So just rotating through that spine, through that thoracic spine. One. Lovely. Now we're going to take it over to one side. I'm going to take it over to the other side. Good. So make it a little bit active. So a little bit of tension just through our hands, pushing our elbows back. And we just come up and down. So again, just getting a little bit of movement through that thoracic spine. Good. Okay, and then back to centre. And then we can take that broom handle above us. What we're going to do again, make it active. So hold on, get a little bit of tension through your arms. We're just going to pull it down behind us. We're going to feel our shoulder blades being drawn downwards, and then we're going to squeeze up, draw down. So really feel those muscles in your back. You might feel it right down into the top of your lumbar spine. Squeeze back, press. So keeping our core engaged. Pull down, press up, pull down, press up, pull down, press up. Do two more, pull down. Try not to stick your chin out. Try and get the movement from shoulders. And there. Good. Okay. And then, so I'm not very good at this, but I'm going to show you how to do this with the band. So we can use the broom handle for a little bit of rotation through our shoulders. Now, it feels like I want to be wider. I just haven't got that movement through my shoulders. And I'll show you how the band can be useful for that. And we can do this in various degrees of squatting. So you'll see when I squat, I really struggle to get the bar above my head, okay? Because I haven't got that fluidity in my thoracic spine. I'm a bit stiff, and then I'm stiff through my shoulders. But we can do it in sitting, we can do it in a squat, and we can just practice taking that bar up and over. And you can come right down into that position, your yogi squat. And again, you can see how unflexible I am through my thoracic spine. So I might do a little extra post about how you can use the foam roller to help with that thoracic extension. So we're just going to come back up. So I'll show you with the band. So I prefer the band, it just gives you a little bit more, it's a bit kinder, okay? So nice wide grip on the band. We can take the band out then, giving us just enough room to do that mobilising through. So you see I'm still keeping my core engaged, taking the band back, but I'm adding a little bit of outward movement through that band. So we'll do 10 of those. 2 and 3 and 4. So these can be nice, just done regularly. and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Lovely. Okay, and again with these we can do up and down, so a little bit of tension through that band. Good. So it just works things a little bit differently. Do 5 more. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And then we're going to come up into a hold, arms a little shake off. Oh, so we're not doing a lot, but all those like stabilizing muscles that we probably don't work too often. So we're going to take it up, we're just going to take it out and back in. Okay, so again, just very small movements. Take it out and back in. Take it out and back in. Take it out, back in, and just do one more for me. Good. And then we're just going to take 10 more. Whew, that shoulder, just rotations up and over. Just see if that feels a little bit easier now. 2. A little bit of outward force. 3. Core nice and fixed. 4. Then we're going to go down into our yogi squat. 5. Just try a rotation again. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Okay, and then just pop that down. Just come back down into our yogi squat. Just let your body set into it. And then we're going to do just a little bit of rotation again. Take that right arm up. Yeah. So it feels a little bit easier to do now. We've got those shoulders moving. Let's see what this left hand feels like. Yeah. Definitely moves a bit better. Go over to the right again. Nice. And then left. Good. Lovely. Yeah, so certainly got our shoulders warmed up a little bit more as well. Just doing some like nice basic as well, some shoulder movements can be useful. Now we're just going to add in a couple of posterior chain exercises. So nothing crazy today, just wanted to work on the muscles that help sort of support around the shoulder, the muscles down the back, the glutes. So just a little blast really. We're going to do some kettlebell deadlifts. So I've got my 10 kilogram kettlebell. I'm going to make these nice and quick. We're going to do 20, have a little rest and do 20. We're going to do that 3 times through. So when we're doing this, again, shoulders nice and relaxed. We're going to come down to the floor and press up. So we're really pulling ourselves up with our core, driving through the inside of our legs and through our bottom. So we're going to do 20 of those, thinking about really good posture. We go down, squeeze 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 10 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Fab. Good. Let's grab our band again while we're working the shoulders. Let's in between each one, let's do 10. Again, just 10 nice rolls through those shoulders. So a little bit of outward movement, and we'll just take it. So we're going to keep those shoulders moving. 2 and 3. Really squeezing backwards. 4 and 5. Get those scapula moving. And 6 and 7. Good. And 8. This is just as hard as the kettlebells. 9. Last one. And 10. Keep it there. Good. So 20 kettlebell deadlifts. So again, nice and strong. Through those shoulders. Off we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Sit back into it. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11, 12 and 13. Nice strong back. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Take your band again. If you haven't got a band, just practice the movement. Okay? So, up nice and tall, strong core. Take it back. 1. So you can make it a bit more difficult, make it a bit shorter. Let's have a go at that. Okay. Oh, 2, 3, show them the side. 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Bring it back. Okay, last 20. Kettlebell deadlifts. Okay, off we go. We go. Squeeze. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, 13, 14, and 15. 5 more. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Fab. Last 10 of these. And make it a little bit shorter still. Okay. Woo. 1. Let's go all the way around. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Well done. 6. And 7. And 8. 2 more. 9. Go all the way around this time, all the way down. Down, 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 down. Woo! And then back, which you can't actually do. So let's just try that again. Go down and back. So let's do that one more time. Down all the way. And back. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. So deadlift's really nice exercise for your posterior chain, and especially those muscles around your shoulders. We're going to do kettlebell swings. So we're going to do the same. We're going to do 20, 20, 20 with a little exercise in between just for our shoulders. So when we're doing our kettlebell swing, we just want to be that hip hinge. So just bending from our hips, we push forward. So we get a nice rhythm going, okay? So I'm not lifting up, my hips are pushing the kettlebell forward. So a swing like a pendulum. Okay, so we go there, we go 1 and 2, and squeeze your bum cheeks, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Just pop it down. Okay, take your band. I'm going to go wide. I'm going to go bringing our arms down, hold, and back up. So outside tension, so we're pushing our arms away from each other. Come down, bring it back up, push out, and down, and out. That's 4. We're going to do 10, push, and 5. So again, all fine motor control through those shoulders. 6, and 7, and 8, nice just to be doing some light stuff. I've been hammering my shoulders a lot recently. And 10. Okay. Back into that kettlebell swing. So 20. So again, just thinking about using our shoulder muscles now. We've got everything kind of fired up. So that lovely hip hinge. Down we go. We swing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 10 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Good stuff. Take your band again. Okay. Okay. And again, exactly the same. We come down, moving our hands away from each other. So really trying to lengthen through those arms. Push, 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 push. Good. Really think about where you're feeling this. 5. Push apart. 6. 7. 8. 9 and 10. Good. And then come back for our last set of kettlebell swings. Okay, so lovely and strong through our shoulders. Okay, forward hitch, and we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 10 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Good stuff. Brilliant. So that's all I wanted to do just with that posterior chain. Going to come down and just continue with a little bit of rotational stuff. So today's session really wants to work on that thoracic rotation. So you've got your thread in the needle, you've got your overhead using the band with the bar. So we're going to come down into sitting. Oh, so I'm a bit stiff today. I'm a bit stiff all the time. So it's getting better slowly. 10 minutes of yoga every morning. So just sitting up nice and tall and just lengthening through that spine. We're going to just come up into a little bit of a back bend. And we're going to come back to centre. We're going to put our right hand onto our left knee. This hand goes around the back. Again, we're just going to take ourselves into a bit of rotation there. And again, left hand and right knee into some rotation. Good, and again, this is where we can take our broom handle. So we're obviously now we're grounded through our sitting bones. So you can see I look really stiff. So I struggle in this position to kind of remain upright. I want to sort of slouch through. So again with this we can do some rotation. So we're just using a little bit of force through that bar and just moving through each side. So we're not forcing it, but we are adding a little bit of overpressure. Good, and then we can just do some side movements. Again, so we know it's all coming from upper body now because we're grounded through our sitting bones. Good, and then take that out of the way. We're just going to have a little sit, we're going to have a bend forward, just have a little passive stretch down through our spine now, just into our shoulders. So we're just going to take it into a nice forward lean, just letting gravity do its work. And just a couple of nice breaths here. Good stuff. And then the final one I'm going to show you, we need quite a lot of space for this. So it's called open book. So give yourself plenty of room. You need to lie on your side. So I give this quite a lot to patients who are quite restricted to the thoracic spine. So you might need a little pillow under your head, but if not, just suck it up. So hips on top of hips, knees on top of knees, hands on top of hands. You're going to take that top arm and you're going to roll all the way back. Now, try and keep this bit down. So we're just letting that left arm, so you can see if I relax, this springs up. So you can put a little bit of overpressure on through there, or just let it naturally do its thing. So a couple of nice breaths. Make it a bit more active by just pressing down towards the ground with that left shoulder. Good. And you can do that a couple of times through. We're just going to do the other side, just to see how that feels. So, knees on top of knees, hips on top of hips, hands on top of hands. Take that top arm all the way round. And again, you can use a little bit of extra overpressure just to elongate that stretch through there, or just breathe into it. Make it a bit more active by pressing down through that right shoulder. And just think about where you feel that tension. Just breathe it out wherever you feel it. Let your body sink, let your gravity just assist there. This side I'm a little bit freer. And then just come back. Good. And then we're just going to come up into sit-in. We're going to come back up into our yogi squat and just finish off with our rotation again, just seeing how we feel. So into that nice yogi squat, up lovely and tall. Take the right arm and just rotate up. Oh, lovely. And back, left arm. Nice. And then just repeat that for me. Good. And then finally, left arm. Oh, nice. Good. And then just come slowly back into standing. Good. Just give our shoulders a nice roll through. So not everything has to be about giving it loads of stuff and going large. Sometimes it's those smaller supporting muscles around, certainly around scapula, around shoulders, that we forget. We're so big on lifting those heavy weights. So hopefully it's been quite useful for a bit of thoracic stuff, a little bit of shoulder mobility. If you've got any questions about shoulder issues, please just drop me a message. Okay, thank you for joining me. Bye.